I think the thing with Goop is it's it's got this unapologetic identity, okay? It's quirky, it's luxurious, it's shamelessly, like, extra, basically. While I've talked about how I think it's ridiculous, some of the things they push on that thing, credit where credit is due, okay? Gwyneth's been working at this for a long time. It's very successful, wildly successful, and it I mean, it attracts celebrities, it attracts people from all over the world. They do things like, I believe I had heard they did vacations with Goop, maybe even cruises, that sort of thing. Definitely seminars. They do health and wellness and all these products. And I'm sure that's probably what you've heard is some of the products, because some of the products are wild. Hello Candle. It led to the spoof of This Smells Like My Polly. I'm pointing up there. It's Jeremy Clarkson's candle. I've got it up there. Okay. So at least with Goop, say what you will about Goop, because I will say some of the items are crazy, and some of the prices are outrageous, and some of those lists are crazy. But I think it does it on purpose to keep itself in the news. With with the Goop, it's backed by Paltrow, who's an Oscar winner. She's had a long time career. She's been in like the Marvel movies and all that, so people already know her. And then there's just this whole like celeb culture that some people are into. And so she capitalizes on that, and she does a great job. Say what you will, she's making a fortune off this thing. People seem to buy into it because it's a fully realized world, okay? Flaws and all. Meghan, on the other hand, I don't know what her deal is. Her brand lacks everything. It lacks products. It lacks a name. It lacks depth. It lacks timing, paperwork, just everything you can get wrong. She seems to do with As Ever. And even then, when I was going to say it, I had to think about the name, because is it As Ever? Is it With Love? Is it Archwell? Is it, American Riviera Orchard? Like, she can't make up her mind. It's all over the place. And yet she's trying to push it. And it's just chaos, complete chaos. She's like an ex-royal turned influencer. How's that work? It doesn't make any sense at all. It just comes across as entitled and contrived, if you ask me. But Gwyneth seems to embrace her chaos, if you will. Meghan's trying to figure out, I don't know what she's just how to make it about herself. It's just, there seems to be a love and cult following almost to Goop, whereas there's nothing for With Love Meghan, or sorry, As Ever. Again, I'm confusing the name because it's confusing. So you get the idea. That's kind of the backstory there, in case you didn't know, on the Goop versus, again, I keep trying to say Archwell and With Love Meghan. No, As Ever. As Ever doesn't even have its stuff together, that while it's in the news right now, it doesn't even have its products out. I mean, it's just chaos. Throw whatever you can at the wall, see what sticks. It's chaos. Okay, I keep saying chaos, but I'm sorry, I don't know what else to call it. My point on all this is this. So I'm going to go into the Vanity Fair of it all. I broke that down on the live stream. I really went into points on why I believe, in my opinion, Gwyneth was taking shots at Meghan. And I'm not standing up for Meghan. I think it's well-deserved, honestly. Like, it's fine. Gwyneth did it in a way where she didn't specifically call out Meghan. So I have to say allegedly. Nope, that's not true. She did mention her by name, but she didn't blatantly take shots, but she made some interesting comments that I'll break down my opinion on those. But so you get the idea. So this Vanity Fair article came out, some ambiguous stuff that could be Meghan shots. I believe they are, comes out. Okay. So then Goop, of course, huge following. We go over to Instagram. Let me show you. I've got it here. All right. So let's go. Goop has a huge presence, as you would imagine, on Instagram. Okay. So this is Tracy Anderson, if you're not familiar with her. Tracy Anderson is, I might misspeak or misexplain, but from what I can understand, she's just this big, well-known celebrity fitness trainer. She has the Tracy Anderson method. She here is making this big, beautiful salad. She's showing healthy eating. She's talking about shipping her products. I believe it's wellness related, it seems. And even the salad, like if you're in a certain area, you can order this particular salad. She'll make it for you, or whoever will make it for you, and send it right over. I wonder how many of these salads Megan's like choking down. Anyway, um, so you get the idea. It's just it's something. So Goop had posted this, and Tracy Anderson is making this. Now I can't play it with audio, but I'm gonna hit play without audio, and I'll talk you through. She's like, "Hey, I'm Tracy Anderson. Look at me. Look at this fancy salad. Here you go." Now there is a line in here that's got everybody, not everybody. It's got the mediocre mafia ticked off. Just one line. Now, I want to point out, though, before I show you the line is, look, she's wearing clothes that fit. Yes, I wish her hair was tied back. But in fairness, she's not teaching you how to make this salad. She's telling you what ingredients are in there. So an argument can be made in that. Regardless, the part that got everybody, not everybody, the mediocre mafia all fired up is this. I've got a still of it. I want to show it to you. So here it is. So it's in the Goop kitchen. Tracy Anderson, and she says, it's basically she's saying this is our actual kitchen. Now, do I think it's Tracy's kitchen? No, I think what she's saying is it's Goop's actual kitchen. So one could derive that was a shot at Meghan Markle, who's been called out in the news recently, or more than recently, so many times, for not filming in her kitchen. Okay. Ha 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 ha. That's it. That's the only blatant, that's not even blatant. That's the only nod to, whisper of, reference of Meghan's "With Love Meghan" made in it. Okay. It's so not that big a deal. If you blink, you miss it. And she doesn't ever say Meghan. Okay. So this is on Instagram. And I wanted to show, let's see. So here's the up close, the ingredients she's showing you. And then, so this post was like a collaboration. I'm not good at Instagram, so I'm probably going to say this wrong. But from what I could tell, it's a collaboration between Tracy Anderson and the Goop kitchen and Goop itself. So I know that Tracy works with Gwyneth quite a bit. That's something that she's involved very much with Goop. So it's not unusual that she would do a post like this. It's not unusual that she would sell her products like this. And honestly, again, she didn't even I wouldn't even call it a dig. It's kind of a funny remark, but the mediocre mafia is coming after her. I want to show you this. This print is rather small. Let me see if I can make it big, and I'm going to pull it up on my phone so I can actually read it to you, because they are going after her big time. In fact, while I get this prepared, let me show you. Yeah, okay, let me see here. Here, that's better. Okay. So the theme you're going to notice is what do we always notice with the mediocre mafia? They just attack. They swarm and they attack. This woman said nothing bad, honestly. She really didn't. She made a funny, like a passing whatever to the ongoing joke of nothing about Meghan's real. She didn't even use her real kitchen while she's pretending to make food or chop up fruit weird, whatever it is. So there's that. It's not that big a deal, but the mediocre mafia is absolutely going crazy over it, and they're attacking this woman. So again, what do you notice with the mediocre mafia? I gotta quit saying that. I know it's getting old. Sussex Squad, whatever the whatever you want to call them, sugars, whatever. They always do the Meghan thing. They have no real argument. They can't explain anything about why they're beating up this woman. It's just mostly going back to the ist words that Meghan likes to throw around. Tracy happens to be white. And then there's Meghan. You can decide what you want there, because Meghan listed herself as Caucasian on her CV, allegedly. So on the CV that I've seen, if that's the right one, then she's listed herself as Caucasian. So think about that. But, don't let the facts hit you, don't let the facts stand in the good way of a good argument, Sussex Squad. So you'll see things like this: white woman shade, while 92% minds the business. What are we talking? It doesn't. Okay, sure. And then there's like stuff like this: let's try to support other women and not tear them down. She didn't tear anybody down. All she said is, we're in the whatever. I get the exact quote wrong, but it was in the nutshell of, we're in the actual Goop kitchen. So what? That's not tearing another woman down. I mean, that's